The next voice you hear after this little bit of music will be that of SOTU. Thank you, Josh. Here we go.
All right. Good morning, everyone. We are SOTU, and we are here to torment you. No. We're here to shine a light into the realities that you are experiencing in order for you to understand that there is a language going on between you and your soul. All of the consciousness within the dynamics of your physical reality, and that is this dimension, as well as those other dimensions that are able to manifest within the 3D plane, let's call it plane, are affected by the same energy, utilize, but in different ways, the same energy of creation that you do. The difference is that you have complete free will around the dynamics of earthly humanity has complete free will around what it wishes to create, but somebody neglected to tell you that. And so because they neglected to tell you that, you believe that you have no control, no mastery, when in fact your reality and the chaos that is being reflected by your reality is simply one that is reflected of you having allowed yourselves to be divided for so many thousands of years. Now, you must understand that this divisiveness, this dynamic of separation, this dynamic of movement into what we call the sacred I am, that is back in the garden experience. If you go back to some of the old biblical things and all of that stuff, you will find that the garden experience was really a reflection, what shall we say, a legend that basically spoke about the analogy of collective consciousness, because you were one you know how you often will see a flock of starlings, thousands of birds all flying in the same direction, and they all seem to wheel and turn at the same time with we won't say none, but with very few of them crashing into each other. Well, that is a reflection these days of that sort of collective consciousness, that oneness with Mother Earth, that oneness with one's environment that allows for that level of instant communication. The problem with that dynamic is that there is no sense of I. There is no sense of the I am there. There is only the sense of we. And so in that sort of dynamic, it is a very, what shall we say, foggy, sort of hazy sort of consciousness. It doesn't have a lot of sharp edges. It doesn't have a lot of keen awarenesses to it. And so just as every species, you can only live in paradise for so long. Every child has to become an adolescent. Every adolescent has to become an adult. And the same thing applies for you as a species. And so the next dynamic beyond the collective consciousness, collective awareness, the soft consciousness of a child is moving more into the dynamics of adolescence, moving more into the dynamics of developing an identity of your own. And so that is what has been happening for thousands, if not millions of years. You have been separating, you have been moving into tribes, you have been moving forward in technology, you've been moving forward in consciousness, you've been moving forward in awareness, and throughout this whole time you have been on an incremental journey where the consciousness of your species has been increasing incrementally for millions of years. And so now you have achieved that dynamic that you sought. In the garden, you had a collective relationship with the divine. You were one with each other, you were one with Mother Nature, and you were one with the divine energy, with all that is. And so in the dynamics of that collective awareness, was a very intimate relationship with the divine, a very intimate relationship with each other, a very intimate relationship with Mother Nature and Spirit. And so now, through this long journey of individuation, through this long journey of the adolescence of your species, you now have developed an individual relationship with each other, an individual relationship with Mother Earth, and an individual relationship with all that is. Now, the thing is to now begin to, from that hard-won place of identity, that hard-won place of individuality, it is now possible to reconnect with each other without losing one bit of that individual experience, that individual relationship with the divine. And as you begin to come together, especially around the purposes of things that you wish to manifest, desires that you have as a species to be more, as you come together in these sorts of ways, you even more so are able to create from a place of peacemakers and problem solvers, a place of a world without problems. What would you be? Who would you be if you had a world without problems? Holy crow. Is that even possible to consider? Well, that's your homework for the week.